Salman's portrayal of a cop. I mean, it changed everything. And with DAHAAD now, do you think life has come a complete circle? That's number one.
Yeah, I mean, why should boys have all the fun, right? And I think it's about time, you know, we started representing more real women, strong women on screen. There's so many stories to be told, like I said earlier. And this was just one such story which came to me, which I think I got really lucky with this one. You know, as an actor, very rarely you get come by these roles that just hit you bang in the face, and you're like, you have to do it. So this was one such role, and yeah, I think as a cop, I think it's very different from the Chulbul Pandey you're talking about. Like ma'am said, she's very real, she's very raw, she's very you know, she knows what she's doing, and she knows what she wants. She's going to get justice no matter what it takes. She's that kind of a woman, and it was really my honor to be able to play her on screen. Seen very few, like far and few, you know, there's no one particular character that really sticks out right now when I'm talking to you at the top of my head. I hope Anjali Bhati becomes that character where people kind of refer to her when they talk about, you know, portrayal of women cops on screen in Indian cinema. So I hope she becomes that, and I hope that more people end up saying more stories of such women.
There is a lot of creepiness behind it. So how was it getting into the layers of that character? Because you have beautifully portrayed it on the screen, और हम सब ने believe कर लिया है कि आधा character आपका शायद simple सा है, but उसके पीछे की जो layers आप अभी डालने वाले और जो हमें दिखने वाली है in future, how did you get into the skin of this character?
I'm playing a very nice person who is a Hindi teacher, who is also a philanthropist, takes classes for underprivileged kids. It's what we've shown right now, and I want to talk about what is being shown. And I wanted to bring in a certain kind of authenticity and niceness, so I played that, and Rima helped me in preparing this part.
Really spoke to you, that spoke to Amazon, and you just immediately said, let's greenlight this?
It's a story about a fierce woman being told by some fierce women, and so we had to tell the story. It's very layered, very nuanced, and with each iteration it became more and more complex, intriguing, and most importantly, I think it's the intent behind telling the story. It was very important that a story like this, you know, be told. It's a story about loss, endurance, hope. It's just incredible, and when, you know, the craft of Zoya, Rima, Ruchika comes in, what you have is DAHAAD, and we are so incredibly proud that we were enablers in this story.
How do you make sure that it's a unique, smooth blend and not a mishmash of everything? What's the formula and process to do that?
I think, I mean, every story has its own integrity, and I think if you stay true to that, if you stay honest to the characters you're creating and the journey of those characters, if you stay honest to that and don't try to do this also and try to do that also and please this one also and please that, I think if you're honest and you stick with that, you create a world and you create an authenticity. The challenge at the end of the day is, whatever your genre is, to make an audience feel something. They need to feel something. They need to resonate. That feeling could be anything. It could be amusement, it could be pathos, it could be a reflection of their life, whatever. They need to feel something. I think that's the biggest challenge. And I think the only tool you have besides a narrative arc that's interesting is to be honest with your work.
Try to stand out. I really don't think that way at all. But you know, sometimes people have this, I do use it to sort of do a little bit of business. You know, people think I'm a really good actor, so I do deals with them कि मैं थोड़ा कम acting करूँगा, आप अच्छे लगोगे तो पैसे दे दो इधर, मतलब 25-30 लाख I usually charge per scene. Yeah, I told you I'm very rich. I don't really everything is about the story, it's about the scene, who you're working with. One person can't make a scene work. There's a lot of people who are behind the camera, who are facing the camera, they're co-actors, they're technicians. All of us put our efforts together to make a scene work, and then that scene flows into another scene and another, and the story is told. I don't really care about trying to standing out. I mean, I want to just be as honest as possible and give my best on that day, and sometimes you can't, but that's okay. But that's all I try. And if people think that my work is good, I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. But I think the trick is to not try too hard to stand out and just be honest and truthful and work with your colleagues.
What about your directorial abilities?
Yeah, I'm D4. I'm credited as D4 also for this. That's director 4.
He was nicknamed Director 4.
I was in charge of teaching extras how to play dead.
Of your character, because you do it wonderfully in every role that you play.
First of all, thank you for this. और जहाँ तक रोल करने की बात है तो मैंने पहले भी कहा था कि excellent Tiger Baby was producing, Rima was directing and script was so beautiful. और मैंने जितना भी काम किया बहुत ही इंटेंस और वैसा कुछ किया है. तो ये कैरेक्टर थोड़ा सा ना बेवकूफ़ है. तो ये वैसा सा कैरेक्टर जो मैंने कभी किया नहीं है. इज़ वेरी इंडियरिंग और बहुत ही कॉम्प्लेक्स कैरेक्टर है. लाइक ही इज़ अ करप्ट पुलिसमैन एंड एट द सेम टाइम इज़ वेरी सेंसिटिव एंड वेरी इमोशनल. तो ऐसा कैरेक्टर मैंने कभी प्ले किया नहीं है. और पहली बार कभी जैसे कुछ आगे पहनने का मौका मिल रहा है तो हर बंदे की चाह होती है एक्टर की यार एक दिन वर्दी वाला रोल करें तो मज़ा आए. दैट्स इट.